You've done your job well, sir. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? Excellent. Yes, my name is Ben Wilkins. This is my second Edinburgh Fringe. I love it. You can just walk the streets of Edinburgh, and no matter where you go, you can always write material for your set. It's fantastic, because you always overhear the strangest conversations. For instance, on the way to the gig the other day, I was walking past two little girls, and as I walked past, one of the girls turned to her friend, as cool as you like, right, and just went, so, you ever had nits? And he stopped dead and went, well, come on, have you? Nah, she's never had nits, she's not as cool as us. Come on, let's go, let's explore the Fringe. I hear Frank Skinner's on, come on, like that. I do like overhearing conversations, but when I'm back up home in my wonderful town of Northampton, is anyone from Northampton in? Of course not, it's a shithole. I hate coming from Northampton. Northamptonshire is really nice, but the town centre is horrible because, if you don't know, Northampton is quite famous for making shoes, but the irony is there's more shoes in the shoe museum than on people's feet. That's the kind of place it is. When I'm back home in my hometown Northampton, no matter where I go or what I do, I'm always listening to my iPod, because I love my iPod. My iPod is my pride and joy. But I've got one of those iPods that have infinite amount of memory, you know, so I just find myself uploading the most random things. And what I recently uploaded was the Harry Potter audiobooks. Give me a cheer, Harry Potter fans. Well, they're everywhere, aren't they? They're like rats, aren't they? They're only ever 5 metres away from Peter Pettigrew. That was for the Harry Potter fans, that one. I love Harry Potter. I was definitely swept away with the whole hysteria of Harry Potter. I was one of those kids who spent a lifetime in front of the letterbox, you know, just waiting for my Hogwarts letter. Until my mum and dad said, come on Ben, you're 21 now. Go get a girlfriend. I didn't. Yeah, who needs girls and sex when you've got 6 Horcruxes to destroy? Not this legend! Not this legend. No, I love Harry Potter. I like children's literature in general. Over the summer holidays I've been babysitting my 2 baby cousins, and I thought it'd be quite a good idea to start reading them the Roald Dahl books. Are we all a fan of Roald Dahl? Yeah. Everyone loves Roald Dahl. It's hard to not like it. But when I was rereading these books as an adult, I couldn't help but think to myself that there were certain hidden messages that were actually quite sinister, and actually quite dangerous for children. For instance, I couldn't help but think that the hidden message in the BFG was that sometimes it's okay to be abducted. For the adventure, you know? Like, in George's Marvellous Medicine, my favourite Roald Dahl book taught me that my grandma is getting annoying, feed her the bathroom cabinet. But the real issue has got to be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, hasn't it? I mean, when you think about it, Augustus Gloop nearly drowns via chocolate. Violet Beauregard gets turned into a blueberry. Veruca Salt goes down the garbage chute, and my TV gets shrunk. And I remember reading this and just thinking to myself, where was the investigation? Think about it, let's have a leave that for the sequel, you know, Willy Wonka and the Investigation of Operation Roundtree. When I was reading Willy Wonka books, I couldn't help but sympathise with the Oompa Loompas, because I just thought to myself, like, the working conditions must be terrible at this chocolate factory, and what the Oompa Loompas really need is a trade union. Think about an Oompa Loompa trade union. I certainly can. I think the songs would be different, wouldn't they? They'd be kind of like Oompa Loompa doopity-doo. There are lots of health and safety issues. Loompa Loompa doopa-da-dee. There is a lack of female employees. We demand more 20-minute breaks. Cocoa beans is not a pay rate. We'll no longer sing for free. If not, then we'll join Cadbury. I know that's on Nestle. Something like that, you know? This is an arts festival, guys. Alright, you may have already guessed this, but I'm single. It's true. I'm so single. It's starting to scare me of all the things I'm doing now that I'm single. I now find myself going to nightclubs and leaving my drink purposely unattended. In the hope it'll get spiked. I mean, who does that? That's not normal, is it? If it's a really bad night, just spike yourself. Well, I don't know, it can't hurt me. Also, certain things around the house I couldn't help but notice emphasise my loneliness. For instance, I recently purchased a memory foam mattress, and it turns out, ladies and gentlemen, have you been? No, I'd remember. I don't. No, but the thing is, right, a memory foam mattress, right, turns out, ladies and gentlemen, is actually an infinite imprint of my loneliness. For instance, I'll roll back the duvet every night and see a kind of curled up ball shape closest to the wall, accompanied with tear stains and other stains. I used to have a girlfriend. I did used to have a girlfriend a long, long time ago. And we did break up, but I didn't... We broke up for many, many reasons. But one of the reasons was because she scared me a lot. And she was my first girlfriend, and experiencing sex for the first time with her was an ordeal, purely because she had a lot of OCDs. And she couldn't help but bring the OCDs into the bedroom. For example, I'll give you some examples. For instance, she hated feet. And our feet were forbidden to touch, and that's quite hard to do when you're on top of someone. She forced me to wear protection. Socks. Extra thick ones as well, like, you know, and she wouldn't have sex with me unless all the lights were turned out. Now, I know a lot of people do get self-conscious, you know, but you really shouldn't. You are all beautiful. But when I'm trying to have sex with a girl, and all I can see is a pair of teeth floating in the dark, it's like I'm fucking the Cheshire Cat. I was a pussy joke, wasn't I? Yeah, so you guys are sweet spelling. I didn't, like I said, I broke up with this girl, but I broke up with this girl the worst way possible. I broke up with her via text message. Not good. Give us a cheer if you've broken up with someone via text message. Who said that? Who said it? Come on. Who did? This guy? What did you say in your text?
Can't do this anymore.
Can't do this anymore. Lol. I hope there was a wink face there. That's fair enough. When I broke up with this girl, yes, I was pretty bad to do it via text message, but what made it even worse was that I probably shouldn't have made it Facebook official as quickly as possible. Yeah, it's really bad, but when you do it via text message on Facebook, you don't know what they've been up to the entire day. So when I went onto her profile and saw her name recently single, the first status I saw read, R.I.P. Grandad. It's so sad because it's really true. I know, I've never felt worse as a human being in my entire life, and I really wanted to show to her that I cared and that I'd be supportive for this incredibly difficult time for her. But in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have liked the status. You should have seen the comments. I'm addicted to Facebook at the moment. I'm addicted to Facebook. Give me a cheer if you're on Facebook. Yeah. Of course. One of the best things I see on Facebook at the moment are these personality quizzes. They're incredibly popular. For those of you who don't know what a personality quiz is, I'll give you an example of one I took the other day. I took the personality quiz to find out what kind of pizza topping I am. Do you want to know what this legend got? Cheese. Needless to say, it really grated on me. See, personality like that, when did you get pepperoni? When did you get pepperoni every time? I'm fuming, I'm still fuming. Has anyone here taken the BuzzFeed quiz recently? Personality quiz? No, no one's taken one. So you don't know what kind of lamb you're going to be or like, something like that. I do like these BuzzFeed quizzes, but I kind of feel they're running out of ideas. For instance, it won't be too long now before I'm logging onto Facebook and just thinking to myself, what kind of badger I am? I got honey badger. I'm sweet and innocent, but when provoked, I can be vicious and deadly, especially when it comes to protecting my family and friends. What did you get? Hufflepuff. I suck. I'm addicted to Twitter as well. Twitter is my favourite social media tool. Love it. I've got to get my hashtags. Always hashtags 5 a day. Hashtags. Love it. But there is one hashtag that I really don't like, and it's a hashtag that you've probably seen. You may have even used it. I'm sure you're all aware of it. And that is the very famous hashtag. Die then die. No, it wasn't that really. My ex-girlfriend never got that one trending. I even retweeted her to help her out. It didn't work. No, it's the actual famous hashtag, first world problems. Yeah? I'm sure, yeah. Recognition. Yes, that's the thing. I do get the irony with first world problems, you know, but for me it's like you're imposing your boring life onto my newsfeed. For instance, for an example of a first world problem hashtag, you just read the random tweet, you know, uh-oh, just underdone my quiche. Hashtag first world problems. Unfollow. Hate it. Hate it with a passion. Now, I don't want to sound crass when I say this, right? But I think I'd much rather read the tweets, hashtag, third world problems. No, at least then I'd give a shit, that sort of thing. I'd be reading tweets and someone put, you know, just walk 20 miles to get a bucket of fresh, clean water, got within 1 mile, drop the bucket! Hashtag third world problems! Favourite it. Guys, you've been absolutely lovely. Have a brilliant rest of the Fringe. Just only one more day, but thank you very much. I've been Ben Wilkins.